Today on People Now, Meghan Markle's adjustment to royal protocol and life inside the royal family. It's this week's People cover story.
Corey Monteith's mother has new revelations about Corey's medication in the final days before his tragic death.
Was Cardi B Denzel Washington's secret to getting pumped up on the set of Equalizer 2?
Plus, pop star Louis Tomlinson heads to the judges' table on the X Factor.
Plus, WWE stars Miz and Mrs are live in our studio.
It's all today on People Now.
Welcome to People Now. Good to see you.
Happy Wednesday. Very exciting.
Make it halfway through. Here we go.
So for superhero fans out there, it is the 10th anniversary of the premiere of The Dark Knight.
I can't believe, by the way, that's been 10 years.
We want to know which actor is your favorite Batman. So you got Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, George Clooney, don't forget Ben Affleck.
Val Kilmer.
There's a lot of them.
Take our People Now poll. We'll be back to check in on the results a little later. But for now, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. Cory Monteith's mom, Ann McGregor, is speaking out 5 years after losing her son to a heroin overdose back in 2013. The 67-year-old tells People it feels like no time at all has passed. She says, "I still can't pick up the pieces. My world totally stopped." Monteith, who was raised by single mother McGregor in Victoria, British Columbia, got involved with alcohol and drugs at an early age. At just 19 years old, the future actor went to rehab for the second time, eventually getting sober and moving to LA, where he, of course, landed the starring role on Glee. McGregor, who admits her son was not ready for Hollywood, says that he started using again in December 2012, just 7 months before his tragic death. Monteith checked into a month-long rehab in April 2013, but had massive dental work that McGregor worries affected his sobriety. She says, quote, "He had a lot of medication in his system, which was not good for his body coming out of rehab. He didn't have enough drugs in his system to kill him, but for some reason it did because of his intolerance that had built up by periods of intermittent sobriety." Now, McGregor is focused on remembering her son, keeping his legacy alive. She says Cory was such a loving and genuine person, and the best part of his life was still ahead. For more on Cory Monteith, you can pick up this week's issue of People. It's on newsstands everywhere Friday. Now onto this. Thursday marks Meghan Markle's 2-month anniversary of becoming a royal. And between outings with the Queen and royal christenings, she's learning the ups and downs of life as the Duchess of Sussex. But in this week's People cover story, a source reveals that Meghan has found certain rules in the royal household difficult to understand. Among those rules, the fact that the Queen prefers women in dresses or skirts rather than pantsuits. And although Meghan has quickly adapted to many of the minutiae of royal do's and don'ts, the source tells People she's often asking Harry why things have to be done a certain way. They add, quote, "I think she finds it a little frustrating at times, but this is her new life and she has to deal with it." Another aspect of royal life that may prove difficult for Meghan, royal family members typically steer clear of politics, but the outspoken former actress let it slip at a July 10th garden party at the British ambassador's residence in Dublin that she was, quote, "pleased to see the result of Ireland's recent referendum to legalize abortion." An Irish senator tweeted the quote, landing Meghan quickly in the headlines. Royal biographer Robert Lacey calls this an example of her naivete, adding, "Within the royal family, they talk freely and everyone knows the rules. She's learning the hard way that you can't trust anyone outside that narrow circle." But lucky for Meghan, she has her new husband by her side to help show her all the royal ropes. And photographer Mark Stewart tells People you can see Prince Harry's hands-on approach steering her and helping her. Another challenge that Meghan Markle is facing these days, her father, Thomas Markle, going back on his word to stop talking to the press. Just 2 days after telling The Sun on Sunday that he was doing his last interview, Thomas spoke to TMZ in response to reports that his daughter and Prince Harry were unhappy that he had once again gone to the press in exchange for cash. He said, quote, "I was silent for a full year and the press beat me up every day saying I was a hermit hiding in Mexico. So I gave my story." He continues, "Apparently that interview put the royal family in their silence mode. So I gave another interview to break the silence. All they have to do is speak to me." Thomas also told TMZ that he's enjoying the fact that he can make the entire royal family not speak. He says, "Maybe I can get a laugh out of the Duchess." This comes just days after Thomas told The Sun that he doesn't think his daughter is having the easiest time adjusting to her new role as a member of the royal family. He said he can see it in her eyes, in her face, and in her smile that she's terrified. However, Meghan's close friend Priyanka Chopra recently told People that Meghan's doing amazing and loving her new life as a royal. In the same interview with The Sun, Thomas admitted that the last time he spoke to Meghan was a brief call after her wedding, which was 2 months ago on May 19th. There you go, the royal drama.
I know.
Kind of keeps going there. All right, you've got more for us in Star Trek.
Yes, we are kicking off Star Treks with a baby update from a talking monkey. Take a look at this.
I have not gotten a nanny yet. I just want to like learn how to be a mom, and I want like to enjoy every single second of it. You know, since I'm going back to work, so no, I don't have that extra hand, and I'm just really grateful. Like, I'm just sitting here like, God, thank you so much for these great, amazing parents.
Sort of ridiculous. Like, what is happening? If you recognize the voice of that toy monkey, which I'm sure you did, that was new mom Cardi B setting the record straight on whether she's hired a nanny for new daughter Culture, who was born July 10th. Now, if you're confused by the toy, the rapper explained in another video that she's not showing her face right now, explaining my eyes are so dark and puffy. Although Cardi hasn't shared her new daughter's face on social media yet, she has been documenting the highs and lows of motherhood, from sleepless nights to pricey baby gifts from famous friends. She also took the time on Instagram to thank her fans for the 10 VMA nominations that she received. Now, she led this year's nominations, beating out other top contenders like Beyonce and Jay-Z, they took 8, and Childish Gambino and Drake, who got 7. Now, this is pretty big for someone who only performed at the pre-show last year. So this is all crazy and amazing. It's a great year for Cardi B. All right, now moving on to this.
Seeing you carrying all those books around, I figured you for some kind of teacher.
I'm a high-level paid government assassin.
Denzel Washington is back with his vigilante justice in The Equalizer 2. The superstar walked the red carpet Tuesday night for the movie's Los Angeles premiere. And while Washington is more badass than ever in the sequel, his co-star poked a little fun at the actor for his off-screen secret talent.
Denzel Washington loves Cardi B. He actually knows every lyric to Bodak Yellow. If you see him tonight, you should definitely ask him to repeat those lyrics. It's super funny.
I think that's amazing. I love imagining Denzel rocking up to Cardi B. The actor isn't just a Cardi fan, though. He's also a huge basketball fanatic. So should we expect to see Washington and LeBron James hanging out around LA anytime soon? It's in our hopes, I think. Well, here's what he said.
It's all good. Shoot. You kidding?
There you go. Make them laugh what you will. Maybe they're not best friends yet, but hey, a bromance can always happen in the future. All right, moving on to this. Louis Tomlinson is going back to his roots. No, One Direction fans, that doesn't mean a One Direction reunion, but he is going back to British singing competition X Factor, this time as a judge. Louis was announced alongside British singer Robbie Williams, who joins the panel alongside wife Ida Field, and rounding out the group will be long-term judge Simon Cowell, who famously discovered One Direction on the X Factor in 2010. But do not worry, we'll still hear new music from the singer. Here's what he said in a press conference on Tuesday.
When you got announced, there was this barrage on Twitter of just like your fans just going, "Tell me he's not going to give up music."
Yeah, people are worried. Obviously, my release schedule actually hasn't changed at all. So for me, it just made a lot of sense. I've always been really interested in development and the fact that, you know, I come from a small town and now I'm in a position where I can, you know, grant opportunity to other people. It's something that's really, really exciting for me. So it kind of just made sense. Obviously, I've been on the show and I can empathise and understand with people, you know, in that situation. And it just makes a lot of sense for me. I feel like, development is something that I'm going to be interested in, you know, for the whole of my career.
And of course, we're wondering, have his former bandmates reached out over the news?
Because there's been a few things in the press over the last couple of days, I've just had a couple of texts from the lads. I haven't had a chance to speak to them about it yet. I'm sure between them, they might be fighting for that seat at judges' houses, so we'll see about that. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And they're always very supportive on that kind of thing, you know what I mean? I'm sure I'll get a call from Liam or Niall tomorrow.
I like that they're still in touch. Maybe someday they'll all get back together. Those are your Star Treks for today.
All right, guys, stay with us. Kristin Chenoweth reveals how she is doing after a terrifying accident on the set of The Good Wife. Plus, we're live with WWE superstars Mike and Maryse Mizanin. We're very excited for that. Stick around.
All right, guys, to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the premiere of The Dark Knight, we've been asking you which actor is your favorite Batman in our People Now poll. So let's take a look at the results so far.
Weighing in, Christian Bale. It's kind of a leading thing, right? Because it's the anniversary of
second. Okay, but yeah, Christian Bale's really taking this one away. He's your favorite Batman, right?
We have Val Kilmer on there. Honestly, like, why wouldn't there be a Val? I mean, Michael.
I think Val Kilmer should be there.
All right, here we go.
Instead
some
of Ben
comments
Affleck.
for you guys. Wait, Dennis says.
Well, Dennis says, what about Val Kilmer? There you go, Jeremy.
Thanks, Dennis. Yes, I'm here for you and your comments. Hashtag whatever Batman Val Kilmer was. Other people upset that the following actors were not featured in our poll: Will Arnett, Kevin Conroy, Tom Selleck, Sam Heughan. I mean, I guess we're sorry for that.
Yeah, we're really upsetting people
Only
here.
fit in
Sorry.
4, but can we put
Yeah,
Val
get mad
Kilmer?
at Twitter. Don't get mad at us. We had to just pick 4. All right.
I'm mad at us about the Val Kilmer omission. Anyway, now let's move on to this.
Yeah, on a more serious note here, Bodie Miller's wife, Morgan Beck Miller, is speaking out following the tragic death of their 19-month-old girl, Emmeline Greer, after she drowned in a backyard pool accident.
Yeah, such a sad story. Morgan's now urging parents to speak more about preventing drowning than topics like organic food or how long children stare at a screen.
In an Instagram post Tuesday, Morgan said in part, "It's been 37 days since I've held my baby girl. I pray to God no other parent feels this pain."
She goes on to say, drowning is the #1 cause of death in children ages 1 to 4. We talk about vaccinations, car seats, organic food, screen time, etc. at length, but not the #1 risk your children's lives face, a silent killer. It takes seconds. That's her quote.
Yeah, in early June, Emmeline drowned in a pool in the neighborhood of Costa de Caza, California. The Orange County Fire Department said at the time that paramedics were rushed to the scene and performed CPR before transporting her to a nearby hospital where she was unable to be resuscitated.
Kristin Chenoweth is opening up about life at 50 in this week's issue of People.
The Emmy Award-winning actress gets real about her health, career, and relationships.
And ahead of her big birthday on July 24th, Kristen reveals a piece of wisdom that her legendary friend Prince left with her about getting older. Watch this.
He said, "How old are you?" And I think at the time I was like 35 or something. And I said, "I'm 35." He goes, "Age is just a number." And I said, "How old are you?" He goes, "I actually don't know." I thought that was cool. Like, who cares?
Yeah, I like that a lot. And after more than 30 years in show business, Chenoweth says that she is ready to embrace the next chapter in her life.
That is right, but the actress is no stranger to overcoming challenges. She still deals with chronic pain from an accident in 2012 on the set of The Good Wife. In that accident, a piece of lighting equipment fell on her, caused a skull fracture and severe injuries to her neck and ribs.
Here's what she had to say about the scary situation and how she's been able to move forward.
What I've taken from it is life's short. I heard action and woke up in Bellevue. But another thing I learned was enjoy life. It's so short. Also, when you get injured, you have to take the time to heal. I went back a little soon. So yeah, I have stuff, but like we all have stuff that bother us. I'm still learning how to deal with chronic pain. Yeah, I've still got it, but you know what? I still work, I still am able to, so I'm lucky. I'm lucky I'm alive.
And I love her. Kristen has not slowed down at all. She's currently starring in Trial and Error, Lady Killer on NBC. She admits that she hasn't made much time for romance.
You've got to make time. Relationships need to be developed. Like flowers need to be watered. So as I approach this next chapter, I would really like to learn. I have not been great at that part of the balance, so I'd like to learn to make the time for that special someone. Sure, you can have great dates, but if you're never around or you're on to the next city, that guy's really got to be able to understand. Takes a special guy to get it, you know what I mean? And all I need them to have is a job, teeth. Actually, that's it. Job and teeth. But I also like them to be able to carry on a conversation.
A job, teeth, and conversation.
I think that's so funny. Also, what if your soulmate doesn't have teeth? I don't know.
No, look, the
You don't wanna rule it out.
dudes set the bar so low
That's really
that it's actually pretty easy to impress them.
Just like work and be able to talk.
All right, let's move on to this. Watch.
She's past catering.
So I'm running to catering because I'm expecting to see my wife on a table. Maybe people are puking because they see a baby coming out of a vagina, and maybe one of the docs, trying to, I'm thinking the worst. Hey, you okay?
They say you was in here having contractions.
What?
The new reality series, Miz and Mrs. focuses on the life of WWE superstars Mike and Maryse Mizanin, and they are live with us now. Welcome, guys.
How's
Good
it
to see you.
going?
Fully dressed.
Yeah,
fully
we guys
dressed.
look great.
You guys have no idea what
Is
it's
this
like to be
like- is this-
backstage and someone comes saying, your wife's having contractions. All of a sudden, I think immediately, oh my God, my wife's
having a baby.
Like it's happening.
I run all over the place. I'm thinking there. She's in catering. What do you mean she's in catering? I'm thinking like I have no idea.
Like totally chill. Like what's the big deal?
What's the problem? It's a Braxton secret. Love contraction. Don't worry about it.
All right, let's dive in. So you guys are obviously both major WWE stars, plus you appeared on Total Divas in the past. But what are you most excited for your fans to see about this series?
Well, just a different side of us, because I think people know us in the WWE. We're villains. But are we really like that?
I don't think we're like that.
Really
you'll
nice
be able to see
people.
that we're not villains like we are in WWE. We're not the bad guys. We're actually the good guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were just talking contractions 30 seconds ago. I'm pretty sure you bring normal people.
That's kind of what we want.
It is so ridiculous. That is absolutely nothing. Wait till you see the show.
But that's what we also want to see. We want people to see Monroe for the first time. I mean, Maryse is 9 months pregnant in this show, and we're documenting, first-time parents in the entertainment business. So what it's like.
And not even just, and there we go, some of that.
Yeah, of course,
pictures there.
congratulations. You guys welcomed Monroe back in March. So how much of the baby will we see in the series?
I mean, you see her 9 months, you see more or less everything. We go all through the birth.
You see the bird.
And then 1 week later, you see us move to Austin.
Wow, yeah. Like the life change there. I want to get kind of the inside scoop on how new parent life's going. I mean, how is he changing diapers? Like, where's the
He's
dude?
actually
I'm the
really
ultimate
good.
diaper
And
changer.
actually, he's an actually good singer.
Yeah?
And a good dancer.
Yes.
Wait, you do like the night for
I sing,
nighttime?
I dance, but the thing is, I don't sing like the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I sing 80s ballads.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like Don't You Cry, like
Things I've never
works.
seen. I'm just sitting there going,
what's the dance? What's the go-to dance?
Oh, if I have her with me, I'll just do a dance.
Is there a go-to for getting the baby to smile?
I sometimes do a play. I'll make up a play. Hello, Maryse. How are you today? Yes.
I love this, by the way.
I know.
It's just this whole other side.
Like, this child will not be normal.
Yeah. No, that child's gonna be very
You should
normal.
see me on the phone on FaceTime with her. I'm sitting here in my gear, ready to go out to WW, and I'm like, "Who's you do? Who's my little girl?
We need a
Give me
video.
that smile."
Yeah, we need a video of that happening. Of you making the video.
Oh, you'll see much of it.
Now, okay, you're obviously both very busy. Now, Mike, you have like an extremely busy schedule between fighting, filming the challenge. You recently participated in the MLB All-Star game. So, I mean, how do
MVP,
you...
but
Yeah.
No, but, I mean, who the cares?
But how are you able to juggle all of that, plus
I don't know. I think it's,
really
it's
don't
with
know how
her.
to do it.
Yeah.
I think as a team, there's no one that I'd rather have on my team than her, because she just helps me out always puts great stuff in my head, basically giving me the confidence. And she always sends me videos of Monroe, pictures, and it's just one of those things that you adapt to everything.
Yeah.
That's what you learn in WWE. You need to adapt.
And having those little videos, those little pictures and things really does help you kind of get by, doesn't it? What's been the toughest part about parenting so far?
Wow. I think for us, it's just the schedule that we used to have.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have it, but for me, being home with Monroe, and she was 2 weeks old, and we had to move from LA to Austin in a tour bus, and we had 24 hours to do it. Because
2 dogs, 2 cats, Marjo, production.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best advice I can do is don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't have a kid and then a week later move to Austin.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't work. It makes it for a funny TV show. For you
Yeah.
guys. Makes it fun for you guys. Wasn't fun for us.
Yeah, baby doesn't give up on his
It's
schedule
a
because you've got
nightmare.
stuff to do, right?
Yeah. I want to talk about this, Maryse. In the series, we see a little bit of your inner struggle about potentially returning to the ring now that you're a mom. I mean, how big is the desire for you to get back in the ring? What kind of goes through your mind when you think about that?
I mean, I love...
That's a great question.
I love my job, but also I love my daughter. So I want to just enjoy every second of being a mom and being with her. I mean, I've been gone for not even 24 hours, and I'm already freaking out a little bit.
Yeah.
I just want to go back home and be with her. So we'll see. We'll see. I think time will tell. Right now, she's my priority.
Yeah.
So
How about
Rightly so, by the way.
Obviously, the stuff when you're in the ring.
By the way,
it's
everyone
intense.
always says that. So when you get back in the ring, it's like, wait a second. She
Your baby
just had a
takes-
baby.
yeah.
Okay? She's be a mom for 5 years.
She's slowing down. I don't even know. I mean, 2 days after I gave birth, I got an email saying, "Hey, Maryse, when are you going to be ready to be on this fitness cover?" And
It's like, wait a second.
Wow.
She just had a kid.
Yeah.
what about
Leave
we
her
talk
alone.
about it in a year, because I just had a baby.
Let's fast forward for Monroe getting in the ring. There's a crystal ball. Can we imagine?
if that's what she wants to do, I will support her in whatever she wants. Like, if she says, I want to be a scientist, I'll put her in the best school. If she wants to be a WWE superstar, I'll make sure she learns. Like, whatever she wants to be, I want to be able to be that father that allows her to, you know, kind of learn that stuff.
Yeah.
But I want to ingrain hard work, because both of us work as hard as possible in everything we do, and we don't want anything given.
Yeah.
Once you
That's
see that,
really
she'll learn.
important.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, we want to get your take on this. So John Cena and Nikki Bella, you guys are in the same circles. What do you make of everything that's gone? Yeah,
it feels like you
I
are.
think
The same world, right?
What do you make of that? Like having a relationship and like the WWE spotlight, them like breaking up, getting back together. Like how do you kind of navigate that?
Navigate them breaking up?
No, I'm saying like how do you?
Care.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't their life, their personal life does not bother me at all. Them doing Total Bellas. John's doing a fantastic job in his movies right now, and Nikki has Birdie B. So hopefully they can get their stuff together. But for us, I mean, we're just enjoying life right now. You know, having a baby in Monroe, having this new show come out next Tuesday. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, this is like a dream come true.
It's a lot of good things, and I think when you were talking about hard work, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really very important.
Oh, man, it's so good to hear from you guys, and we're very excited to watch as everything unfolds and continues to unfold, and with the baby and with the show and everything else. Guys, make sure to check out Miz and Mrs. It premieres Tuesday, July 24th, 10/9 Central. Check it out. And coming up tomorrow, Jim and Jeannie Gaffigan are here opening up about their new comedy special, Noble Ape. It's hilarious. You guys got to watch this.
I love that.
They used to get through their humor to get through Jeannie's brain surgery.
Yeah,
it's a big deal.
plus Niecy Nash is here filling us in on everything we need to know about season 2 of Claws. You don't want to miss it, and she is absolutely hilarious. Thank you so much for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from actress Janelle Parrish. Have a good day.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Janelle Parrish, and this is One Last Thing. The last song stuck in my head was No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana Grande. My last big splurge were the boots that I'm wearing today at Saks. I am obsessed with them. I needed to have them immediately. The last show I binge watched was Friends. I've seen it 100 times, but I still binge watch it every couple months.